to another edition of, I guess you would call it Oddities, Part 3? Or is it Part 4? I'm not sure, but...
I'm pretty sure it's Part 3. I don't know, it might be Part 4, though.
Either way, we are joined by the Canadian comrade, IneptArcLighter.
IneptArcLighter.
Yes.
IneptArcLighter.
And, Oddities, if you don't know, this is mostly on Grief, I guess. This actually, a whole set of Oddities is with Cell Block in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. We try to mix it up, but this one happens to be all Cell Block. And, Inept, tell us what the first one is all about. Never Safe.
Okay, the reason I titled it Never Safe is because even if you're not being attacked by zombies or griefed by angry enemies or getting smacked by giant Brutuses, sometimes things like this will happen, and you're about to see what I mean in a few seconds. Once in a while,
here we go.
Once in a while,
Everybody
even
wants
your
the bomb.
teammates can be dangerous.
Boom.
Collision. Boom.
Get dead.
Get dead, teammate.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes
Both
you run
ray
into
guns.
each other and both ray guns, both run for a nuke.
Complete twins here, actually. Like, in clothes, style, face, gun, everything. Complete twins.
You know what this reminds me of? I remember on Super Mario Kart 64 when you'd put a fakie down instead of when you hit those the fakie boxes and then you go flying up in the air. That's exactly what that nuke was.
That's
it was
great.
a fakie, man.
Yeah.
It was a fakie nuke.
This one's a little more odd because it's like sideways. You don't normally see. I mean, you don't normally see this anyway. That's why, hence, it's an oddity. But it's like sideways, and he just runs into the side of him. Usually, there's like a knife or something involved, but this
usually a knife lunge, or usually you run straight into each other, or you run straight behind each other. But this one was weird because like you said, one guy was facing forward, one guy was slightly sideways, and we both had ray guns out. So when we went very interesting. Hence the name Oddity.
Yeah. First oddity of 5. Okay, Inept, what do we got in store for them?
Okay, this is the only time this has ever happened to me, and if you've ever played Cell Block on either PS3 or Xbox 360 or wherever you play it, if you've ever played this map, I'm sure that you've been blocked in what they call the fishbowl or the honey hole or whatever people call this, but this block right here, people do this all the time. And you can never get around it if they sit right. But what's strange here is a knife lunge, and it lunged me through the guy, downed him, and put me on the upward side of him. So
that's absolutely absurd. I don't... like, on your screen, it was just like a strange glitch. Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, so did you jump at that point? Or how did that work?
No, it was just I didn't actually press jump. I just pressed knife. And this is another collision down. I mean, things like this happen, but I've never seen one like this happen where you actually are on the low side and knife and then end up like this. I mean, I've seen knife lunges where you're on flat ground, but this one was really interesting how it happened.
I wonder what he had to think at that moment. Like, what? He's like, the zombie didn't kill me. What do you... Like, what?
I'm surprised he didn't send me a message, because the guy that I did that to, he plays a fair bit, so I'm surprised he never sent me a message saying, like, that was crazy or whatever. Because when you're trapped in here, you're trapped. Yeah. You usually can't escape regardless.
And this is the only time this has happened, right? Like, you've never seen that specific one?
No, I mean, I've seen lots of head stomps on these staircases and stuff, but never in this sort of fashion.
Like from the bottom underneath.
From the bottom up, but it's pretty much a knife. Somehow, like, I lunged at the zombie, I think, and it just glitched me through the guy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And but like you were crouched. Why would you even knife at the zombie? Right? You don't knife when.
Well, I wasn't. I was knifing at him to try and grief him on the zombie, but I think what happened is it just lunged me through him or something.
That's very strange.
It is very strange because you normally don't lunge like that. So.
Yeah. Just like, I love how you fly up in the air like magic. Like, you go up like 10 feet.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Okay, Inept. Enough about you. Let's go to me. Fantastic video. This video is aptly named "To Meet or Not to Meet." This is a game.
Or not to meet.
This is a game I meted 2 different people, and it ended up winning the game for us. Boom, there's one. Dank galore, just got danked all up in his face. If you don't know what meat means, I don't know why you're watching this video. But anyways, if someone gets meated, they grab the meat and their legs, as we call it, breaks, basically. And they get super slow and super strange. This, I want to say, is that guy goes down, my friend goes down or whatever, and I'm like, oh, should I go get him or should I try to win the game? I was like, see, like, I second guess myself. I was like, I'll try to win the game. Let's see what happens over here. And then he grabs it. Oh, and I was like,
that was awesome.
It was so classic. And then I get, like, other strange views of it. It's weird because, like, this person, Loco, I believe, doesn't have the meat, and then it's just, like, magically in their hands, as meat tends to happen. Ultra Loco. Watch, you'll see it. Like, it's just magic.
Right there, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, catching the meat is definitely tricky business. Most of the time you get the stink on you and you just have the zombies chase you. But if your gun is not in your hands and somebody throws it at you, it'll switch it for you.
Yeah.
So if all of a sudden you're running and all of a sudden you have a meat in your hand or whatever, then it means that you've caught the meat. You won't actually see it on the screen, but your legs are now broken. I guess you could, well, not broken. They're just slower.
Yeah, you're super slow. Like you have like an ultra freaking death machine. But like now, here's an interesting thing. Like this is why this is in the oddities. One, it's 2 meat grabs in one video. That's kind of crazy. 2, it's awesome because he was the last one left, and now when you throw the meat, your legs are slow or your walking is slow. So when I got him, he was the last guy left. And this is actually the first meat grab. I went back to it in the video, but when I throw it at the other guy, he was the last guy left, so he had to throw it or else he was gonna die. And it was either you lose the game without broken legs, or you have a chance to win with broken legs. And he went down very shortly after that. But yeah, meat grabs are tough to do. You have to time it like precisely. What are the different ways you can catch the meat? I know, knifing, obviously, you can catch the meat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an expert meat grab person. I know a lot of people are good at it, but you can actually get people when they're throwing grenades, when they're, if there any action in which their gun disappears for a second, so even if they're buying a gun off the wall, or anything where, actions where the gun is disappearing for a second, I'm pretty sure it works. I mean, I'm not an expert at it, but some people, I have buddies where they can just throw it back and forth and get like 10 in a row or whatever. But that's when they're knifing, though.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And a lot of it depends on the distance they are from you, because there's, obviously it's got timing to throw. So if they're far away, it's not going to be instantaneous or whatever.
No. And let's just see this, because I don't have, like, most of these videos are IneptArcLighters, obviously. I don't have many videos, so I feel very proud that one of my videos has made it into the top tier here. Boom, there we go.
The top tier between the two of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But, yeah, I hope everybody enjoys that one. Inept, take us through this.
Okay, this was a grief video, I believe. Well, most of these are grief videos, but I think I had a guy pinned against a zombie. And this happens once in a while when you're prone or crouched, but just the way it happened, the unfortunateness of it for me, like right here is what happened. Okay, so normally that doesn't happen. Normally zombies don't just stand on someone's head and swing and miss. And I mean, it does happen when you prone revive people or whatever, but here it was just absolutely hilarious how that zombie was just way overzealous and just decided to just like, whoa, I'm just gonna stand on your head and swing and not even hit you. And I was just trying to vote to one zombie him, and nope, not gonna happen.
That's so ridiculous. Like, you totally would have had that guy dead. He was done. And then the zombie he stepped on top of his head. Oh, man.
And you know what I think it might have been is I might have had more zombie aggro or grab, whatever, and the zombie might have been going for me at first initially, and in the process of trying to get me, he stood on that guy's head, which was absolutely absurd.
This guy, he had no idea either. That's what I love. Like, the zombie is on his head. He's still attacking you. He doesn't understand what's happening. He looks around. He's like, oh, nothing's there. And then he's like, wait a second. Wait, hold up. I think I have a zombie on my head. What the hell's going on here?
It's crazy. I've seen this happen many times when you have a bunch of people in one corner and different aggro and stuff, and then the zombies pile up and they push on each other. but I've never had one like this happen where it's just one zombie with no zombies pushing on it to get it up there. It's just by itself. I mean, Burrow, I've had it happen in the corners. I mean, the cell block corners, but this one was just funny how it was just a single radical zombie.
So, like, I love this, by the way, just real quick. Like, I love it because, like, it's like, if you didn't know better, like, you're like, what the hell? Like, the zombie just disappeared. Because you see him there, and then he's gone. You're like, what the? And then he's on top of his head.
He might have been able to feel it, but if he didn't, he would have been wondering, what the fuck? What's going on here? This is crazy.
That's great. This is just because I haven't seen this, so this is awesome for me. He uses him on the stairs as stairs. Get on top of his head. Oh man, you know what's interesting?
You could hit somebody at Pack-a-Punch with that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think his head got stuck on the Pack-a-Punch grate thing of flooring.
Yeah.
If you notice, and that's why he couldn't move forward and actually fall off him because of his forward walking, which is actually pretty interesting. Where that was like, it was like had the perfect storm of everything had to happen for this to happen. That's ridiculous. Like if he would have stayed
it's an oddity.
there, yeah, exactly, it's an oddity.
Yeah.
If he would have stayed there, he like the best angle is right there. Like you see his head is stuck on the grate. But if he would have stayed there, the zombie probably would have stayed on top of him for a while, actually.
Yeah, if he would have stayed right at the top of the stairs, yeah I bet you he could have kept it balanced there for a little bit longer.
Oddity number 4. And can you believe that's not even number 5? It definitely is the most hilarious one. There's no way it's not. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Inept. I'll give a little backstory on this. There was once a video of someone you knew, right, who got knifed accidentally through the acid trap, correct?
That is absolutely correct. One of my buddies on here and another one of his buddies, they were playing a custom game once, and it was an accident, actually. One of them knifed the guy as he sprint jumped, and this is with no jug, by the way, through the acid. So here's the thing, with jug, it's the same. You take the same amount of hits before dying, so with or without, it doesn't matter, and plus this is cell block. And also you can hit the acid and run through, but the acid was completely on, and we spent probably a couple hours just trying to get this done, because usually what would happen is he'd knife me or I'd knife him, and you'd end up just like within a fraction of the other side, and we finally got it.
Yes, yeah, over and over and over and over and over again we'd try this, and like because it's especially since there's like a little slight time delay with voice over on Xbox Live and everything, like it's impossible to time it like everybody's on the same page. Like it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, we were trying to coordinate this, exactly like this, but to do this is very difficult on purpose. And if you ever want to see how difficult it is, just try it and see how many times it takes you, because we were about to give up and we finally got it. So, but yeah, this is actually not the first time this has happened. Once it was on accident.
Yeah, this one is on purpose, and it was so difficult, and yet they did it on accident. Seemingly with ease.
With one try.
Yeah.
with one try, with ease or whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
That's pretty ridiculous. This is extremely difficult. Like, and I wish we had the one that was on accident, because obviously that's a little bit more intense because it's the one shot deal. But this is us actually trying, and still, it's an oddity because you should not be able to do this. You get 2 hits in the acid in this, and you're dead. That's it. You don't. I mean, that's why this is so difficult if you don't really know. But you only get hit twice in the acid, and you're done. You go down. But right there, he gets through the acid, and you should not be able to do it. You definitely.
Yeah, this is the only way we found to do it. I mean, there's ways where you can hit the acid and start running through, but right here we had the acid fully on first. So the rule is you got to have it fully on first.
Yeah.
And normally what would happen is you get hit just on the edge when you knife like that. And I guess we did have another theory on how to do this, and we tried that and it never worked.
Yeah, it
but
never worked.
There's
real quick though, rise from your grave. I love all the zombies rising. Look at that. Oh man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. We tried doing this with the Mark II, the Ray Gun Mark II, and I'm telling you, man, the game cheated us out of it because we had it. I'm telling you, we had it. But
well, you know, it could probably still be done if a guy gets knifed like that, similarly, and you spin with the Mark II.
True.
But then it wouldn't really count because
No.
you're using a knife from an enemy team.
Yeah.
But what we were trying was the recoil from the Mark II when you jump and back up with it has so much recoil that you actually get massive blowback or whatever you want to call it,
like recoil.
like if you jump with recoil, like your whole character will actually fly backwards as you shoot.
Yeah, and it was not happening. But
it was close. We were getting close with it.
Should have happened. The game cheated us. Either way, like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more oddities, more, Call of Duty action, zombies, anything. Let us know how you like this video. Let us know how it turned out, and IneptArcLighter, sign us off.
IneptArcLighter says bye.
Oh, he got me! And he fell off!